Hello and welcome to another video. So this is episode 15 of the Christmas Advent Calendar. In today's video we are going to be featuring the final garage of first that we are going to be covering, Northumberland Park. And so we're going to be doing the final routes that operated here by the time the garage was sold off. It was sold to Go Ahead in 2012. And so the route, so the first route is Route 67. This route had started at this garage initially in 1996. However, the route was lost to Stagecoach in 2001 and it came back in 2006 and stayed here for all the way through to the garage being sold off to Go Ahead. But then a year later, it was lost again to Arriva. Okay, so the 191 had its main allocation transferred to this garage in 2001 from another garage in Ponders End that closed, although I believe that one closed down and I don't have the history for that garage. But in 1998 it did have a double-decker working introduced from this garage, but it did get double-decked completely in 2001 and then got new Enviro 400s in 2008 and then was sold to Go Ahead along with the garage in March 2012. Okay, so the 231 had started at this garage in June 2008 and originally, and so the route was sold along with the garage to Go Ahead London, the London General operations in particular in March 2012, along with all the other routes that we are featuring in this video. There's still a lot more to do. Right, so the 259, this route started in March 1998. From operating out of this garage, and during this time it got two batches of new buses. The first one being some Plaxton President B70Ls in 2003, and then Rycliffe's Gemini 2 B90Ls in 2010, and eventually the route along with the garage was sold to Go Ahead London in March 2012. Alright, so the 299, this route has been operated out of Northumberland Park garage since this route was first introduced in 1992, and so it actually stayed here under first for all of this time after privatisation, and so and then the route eventually was lost to Sullivan's, and then it was taken back over by this garage earlier this year, following their removal, following a decision to pull out. Right, so the 357 had begun operating out of this garage when it was first introduced in 2000, and believe it or not, it's been operated out of this garage ever since then, still being at Northumberland Park today. And so the route was made to be double deck every day except Sunday, because it stayed here all the way through to today, and in 2012 sold to Go Ahead London along with the garage. Right, so the 389 had been transferred from another garage in Ponders End in 2001 to this garage, and it got an Enviro 200 in 2011, and so the route was sold along with the garage to Go Ahead London in March 2012, but I think Go Ahead took the route back earlier this year along with the 299 and the next route we are going to feature. Okay, so the 399 is practically the exact same case as the 389, as both the 389 and the 399 are crossing to the 299. So it received an Enviro 200 and was sold to Go Ahead London's London General operations in March 2012. I did say a minute ago that the route had come back earlier this year. However, just before that, this route and the 389 were operated by Metroline for 1 day. Right, so the 476 has been operated out of this garage since it was first introduced in 2003. It was introduced to replace a section of the 76 which had been withdrawn, and so it's been here since it was introduced in 2003. It's still at Northumberland Park today, and so of course, like all the other routes in the video, it was sold to Go Ahead London in March 2012. Right, I do not know when the 616 started at this garage, but it was probably definitely at some point under first or earlier. But either way, the route has probably been operated here for a long time. And it was sold along the garage to London General in March 2012, but the route was lost to HCC in February 2021. Right, so the 692 had started operating at this garage when it was introduced in April 2007. It was a one-way only route that operated in the afternoon, and the route was included in the sale of the garage to Go Ahead London in March 2012. But after a couple of years, it would end up going to Sullivan's, then to Uno, and the route has since been withdrawn. Right, so the 699 begun operation at this garage in November 2005, and the route was included in the sale of the garage to Go Ahead London. This happened on the 30th of March 2012, and unlike the 692, this route is still operating today. Okay, so the W4 is one of the last routes to start at this garage on the first, having only started on the 5th of February 2011, before the garage being sold to Go Ahead London on the at the end of March 2012. Right, so the W10, this route has been operated from this garage for all of the time it has operated, having started in February 1992, and it was withdrawn in March 2021. And so, yeah, it's been operated here for the whole of its life, and so it received a Marshall Capital Dennis Starr SLF in 2001, and it managed to hold on to it until 2019. Yes, seriously. And it was included in the sale of the garage to Go Ahead London, obviously, which happened in March 2012. Right, so the W16 is a very unique case, as the route has literally only been operated by First for about 3 weeks before the garage was sold to a Go Ahead. Yeah, so it did start off at the garage on the first, with if the garage had been sold a month earlier, this route would not be in this video, basically. So it started here on the 3rd of March 2012 with Enviro 200s, and then at the end of that month, went to Go Ahead London. And that is it for this video, finally. I know it's a bit of a longer one, but that's because there was a lot of routes. And I will see you all in the next one.